disgruntledduck.com.
Welcome guys, something different today, something actually huge, something I'm really looking forward to both reviewing and building. So this is, it's a Reval kit, it's a 1/400 scale, it's the 100th anniversary edition gift set of the R.M.S Titanic, quite a famous boat as you should probably know by now. So yeah, let's dive in and see what we get inside the box. So let's get straight off the bat to some of the things we've got. It's a gift set, so we've got a couple of other bits in the box. Let's move this so you can see them. We've got what appears to be a magazine that you would have got when you got on the ship. We've got a little menu from, it looks like, first class dining. We'll go through that another time. We've got paints, we've got a paintbrush, we've got a glue, and we've got some postcards. So we're going to go through them at the end of this. So let's move these guys out of the way and let's get on to what we actually have in the box. We'll move this out of the way to make it a bit easier. So first, the instructions. You can see basically our sprues there. We've got Reval do quite nice. They give us all our colour coded paint chart on the side here, so that's going to be nice and easy for us to go through. It appears to be quite simple instructions. You can see straight away we're going to be doing some rigging on this guy. Looks pretty simple as we move through. So yeah, nothing too crazy, nothing to really write home about. There's going to be a lot of work as we move through this, but I reckon this is going to be really quite awesome. And then we've got finally our painting guides. So that's the instructions. Let's get on to actually what we've got. So first off, I've got the hole. Now I don't know if you can see, that is absolutely huge. If I put my arm by the side of that, that's elbow to fingers, and we've still got a good length on the end of that. So there's the rest of our hole. So 67 centimetres, nearly what's just over 2 foot. So that's a fair size. Load of detail in there. Now I don't know whether we're going to drill these little portholes out, what we're going to do with them. A lot of raised detail. This looks really cool all the way along. I can't really see many flaws on there. Maybe this little ridge at the bottom might need a little bit of work, but so far that looks really nice. So move that out of the way. Onto our next parts. So I recently built their 1/700, which was purely because I knew I was going to build this and I just wanted to get a feel for how the boat went together, what I should expect, where I was going to make any mistakes. So we've got the decks now. Can you see that? There's a bit of flex in there. So hopefully, once we've cut this guy out, that's going to level up a bit, because I don't like that flex at all. Don't know if it's been sitting in the box for so long. So we've got our chimneys, we've got some lifeboats on the sides, we've got some, looks like ladders. What's nice here is we've got these holes that our rigging is going to go through. On the 1/700th model, you had to drill all those. Likewise on the side here, we've got all our holes pre-drilled for our rigging string. It's going to make the job so much easier. Right, another deck, we've got handrails. Be interesting to see how these hold up once they're off and painted. They look pretty good to begin with. We've got our luggage cranes, more of our lifeboats. You can see there's going to be lots of these little dimples from casting. Well, not dimples, but where the casting tracks go, so they're going to be trimmed, neatened up nicely. But so far I can again see there's a bit of flex on this guy, so that'll be something we need to have a look at. It might need to be glued quite hard to get that flex out, but we'll see what we see when we see it. So the next 2 sprues in that packet, again, can you see that? There's so much flex in that. Really upset with just how much flex is in there. Don't know if we're going to have to soak that in some warm water, weight it down to flatten it out, but just off the bat, let's see. I shouldn't really be doing this with scissors. Let's see how this actually flattens out once it's off the sprue. Yeah, you see that? That is curved like anything. Doesn't sit flat at all. So it's definitely going to be some working on that in the future. I don't even know what we're going to do. I'm thinking maybe some water and then we weight down the ends. Not too sure. But again, we've got the compartment sides, we've got all the railing. I don't know how we're going to paint these, if we're going to paint in these little windows individually. Probably will in the end. I'd like to at least. I can see a little bit of flash in these handrails. It's going to need to be cleaned out to make them complete. That's the first, apart from these buckled decks, that's the first real problem I've seen. Again, I'm starting to recognise these pieces from making the first model, so it's made it a little bit easier to understand how this is going to go together and where some of these parts are going to go. But all in all, it's not too bad. It's not too bad for now. So final piece, final sprue should I say, not final piece. So they do actually do trumpeters do a 1/200 scale, which I'll definitely be saving up for at some point. It just really fascinates me, the whole story of the Titanic. And there's something nice with being a scale modeller that you can sort of take things you're interested with or interested in parts of history and build around those things and sort of get a bit more education, do some study and get a better understanding. So more parts of the deck. This is going to be the main deck you're going to see. Parts of the rudder. Again, this is going to be the stands here, here and here. The rest of the deck, you've got a nice little wood effect. I don't know, I'm probably going to have to mask all these bits off. With the other one I tried masking and did not have a good job on such a small project, but I've been practicing on my masking skills, so hopefully be able to mask this off nicely and get a really nice finish on all of these small detail bits, as I really don't want to go in and hand paint all this. Again, not too happy with some of the flash on a few of these what appear to be handrails, but we're going to make do with what we've got and do the best we can. So that's that sprue. If I can move over to show you. And on to our final piece. Now, so we've got the main deck, we've got ladders, we've got parts of our crane, we've got our masts, which I have actually bought, if it should be here somewhere. I actually bought some 1/400 scale Titanic mast sets, so we should be able to swap these guys out for something slightly stronger, and yeah, we should get a slightly stronger mast that we can use for our rigging, give it a bit more support and look a bit nicer. So yeah, everything seems to be quite nice. I can't see, there's no bow, I can't really see a bow in this part of the bodywork. I expect there is one, but I'm sure we're going to be able to straighten out quite nicely. Maybe the bigger one a bit easier than the smaller ones. but only time's going to tell on that as well. Final pieces we've got in here is we've got some what appear to be internal struts to hold the whole together. You can see there's some little dinky dinks there that these are going to slot into and give it a nice bit of strength. We've got our decals. There's not a hell of a lot. We've got the main Titanic decal that's going to go on our stand. We've got our flags, and we've got these little gold lines here. Now, I tried using these on the last one as a little gold trim around the edge, and I just couldn't get them to stick that well on the 1700. So I think on this one I'm going to be spraying in those details. I'm going to be doing a lot of masking and spraying, so fingers crossed that goes alright. And then finally we have our string for our rigging. So yeah, that's the main review of the actual model kit. I've had this sitting around for a couple of years now. I just haven't felt I've had the ability to be able to do a good job, and I think that now I'm getting close to that stage. So yeah, this is the main model. We're going to give you a little rundown of some of the extra bits we've got inside there in a minute. And yeah, thanks for joining me for this video.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment.